Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu inaugurates 34 flats of 3 bedrooms for magistrates, senior legal officers. Nigeria Customs Service deploys digital currency declaration forms at airports. On the foreign scene, Sierra Leone records new surge in mpox infections with over 1,000 cases, 9 deaths. And in sport, Flying Eagles captain restates team's commitment to defeat next opponent, Morocco, in ongoing Under-20 AFCON. Now the details. I am John Omoaka. In a bid to ensure quick dispensation of justice in Lagos, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated 34 flats of 3 bedrooms for magistrates and senior legal officers quarters in the Ministry of Justice at Alakpere, Ketu area of the state. The magistrates will occupy 24 flats, while officers in the Ministry of Justice will occupy 10 flats. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who handed over apartment keys to the Chief Judge of Lagos, said the development will boost the morale and productivity of legal practitioners to deliver effective and efficient justice service delivery for residents.
And what he will do, it will ensure that our officers that are here, they will dispense justices, without fear or favor. They will do their job and will provide adequate security for them. And they will do it fully, knowing fully well that what government, has entrusted them with, what the citizens are expected of them to do is what they're doing.
The Chief Judge of Lagos, Kazeem Aluba, commended the governor for improved welfare package for the judiciary with a promise that the gesture will inspire them to do more.
What brought about this is that it came to a point when our magistrates were being sued in their own courts and sometimes in the high courts for recovery of possession. You all know how embarrassing that could be. And so we cried to the governor, briefed him about the situation, and he said we must find something to do about it. In order to cut time short, this is the manifestation of the promise of Mr. Governor.
The Chief Judge employed the beneficiaries to reciprocate the state government's gesture with improved productivity, assuring that more welfare packages will soon be unveiled. Governor Sanwo-Olu also inaugurated a Deputy Sheriff Warehouse in Majidu area of Ikorodu to house seized goods in a secure environment at a cost, pending appeals at the courts. The Lagos State House of Assembly has confirmed nominees forwarded by Governors Babajide Sanwo-Olu for key positions in the state's Independent Electoral Commission, Electricity Regulatory Commission, Civil Service Commission, and other agencies. Chairman of the 12-man ad hoc committee on screening of nominees, Mujid Fatai, presented the screening report during plenary, leading to the confirmation of the individuals. Prince Adewale Taurid Ojora was confirmed as a member of the Lagos State Independent Electoral Commission last year. Dr. Anima Shaun Fuad Olayinka as CEO and executive member of the Lagos State Electricity Regulatory Commission, Barrister Kofo Olokun and Engineer Oluwaseun Fadare as executive members, Engineer Abimbola Odubiyi as chairman, and Mr. Tunde Bajumo as non-executive member. Mrs. Bolade Dakpo Farmers, Fatai Lasisi, Afolabi Shobowale, Rufus Adedapo, and Latif Yahaya were confirmed as Lagos State Civil Service Commission members, while the duo of Mr. Jide Badmos and Ms. Yinka Chitabe were reappointed to the office of the Public Defender, OPD, Governing Council. In a separate development, Chairman of the Committee on Rules and Business, Nohim Adams, read a petition titled Application by Oriba Community in Ekpe Local Government to join in the petition of the Ladaba community. The Assembly therefore approved the report of the committee after deliberation on the petition. Over 1 million people across the Lagos metropolis have been connected through the Metro Fiber project targeted at delivering 600 kilometers of optic fiber and dots for increased digital penetration. Commissioner for Science and Technology, Tubosun Alake, who stated this at the 2025 ministerial press briefing to mark the second year of the second term of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu administration, noted that plan is underway to introduce the Lagos State Innovation Bill to make the state science and tech creative-driven economy. Alake said the state, through the Lagos State Science Research and Innovation Council, has funded over 70 researches with universities, paid 800 million naira in grants for research development and support for over 60 startups capital. According to the commissioner, the Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASRA, has registered over 6 million Lagosians, out of which 4 million people are adults and 2.4 million children, and hopes to increase the figure to 10 million registered residents in the next 2 years. Alake hinted that artificial intelligence-powered chatbot would be launched soon to enhance service delivery in e-governance services, noting that the governor will be able to sign files electronically for Automation Lagos Bees.
We are every day strengthening our cyber position. We have a cybersecurity council that helps us to drive strategy and policy and helps us to improve the tools that we are using. We are employing more protective gadgets to be able to safeguard a lot of the digital assets that we use. And so our cybersecurity posture is improving. It's not perfect, but it's improving.
The commissioner promised that 50,000 Lagosians aged between 18 and 35 will be trained in deep tech skills through the Digital Leap program as innovation to engage the youth to become tech problem solvers and take them off the street. Our correspondent, Adiola Kindele, reports that in the year under review, out of 211 ministries, departments, and agencies in the state, 192 were evaluated and 232 applications workload captured in tech database. Lagos State Office of Disability Affairs, LASODA, is intensifying its commitment to transparent and inclusive governance through comprehensive sensitization on procurement processes and inauguration of a dedicated planning committee. The general manager of LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, stated this when hosting the procurement process review committee, reaffirming the agency's unwavering commitment to full compliance with all procurement regulations. She emphasized that LASODA will exclusively engage contractors duly registered with the Lagos State government, guaranteeing adherence to legal frameworks. In response to a detailed presentation outlining the procurement process flowchart and the roles of key stakeholders, the Director General of the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency, Fatai Onofowote, lauded LASODA's proactive approach. He emphasized that the fundamental purpose of the procurement process is to secure optimal value for public expenditure and ensure that all project and program transactions adhere to due process, thereby fostering transparency, accountability, and cost effectiveness. Onofowote assured LASODA of the state government's full support in making its procurement processes disability inclusive. And now to the rest of the stories. As part of its continued effort to drive digital transformation and modernize operations, the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, has implemented the Electronic Currency Declaration Form, ECDF, at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, aiming to bolster border security and improve transparency in financial disclosures. In a statement by the agency's spokesman, Abdullahi Wada, the pilot exercise, which commenced on 9th April, was implemented without issues. Maiwada added that the Development is showcasing the system's effectiveness in digitally capturing both inbound and outbound currency declarations, offering a more secure, efficient, and accountable process for cross-border travelers. Operatives of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Police Command has arrested no fewer than 15 suspected car thieves and recovered 21 stolen vehicles. FCT Commissioner of Police, Ajao Adewale, said this while addressing reporters at the command headquarters. He said out of the recovered vehicles, 6 have been returned to the rightful owners after due verification. Adewale added that a bunch of master keys used for car theft were recovered from the suspects, who will remain in custody until they are charged to court at the conclusion of investigations. Now to foreign news. Sierra Leone has seen a new surge in mpox infections, recording over 1,000 cases and 9 deaths since the start of the year. The country began vaccinating children from the age of 12, high-risk people, and exposed healthcare workers in early April after receiving 61,300 doses from the World Health Organization. It will be recalled that the West African country declared a public health emergency in January to combat mpox. Head of the Health Ministry's vaccination program, Desmond Kambai, said the state capital, Freetown, has the highest number of detected cases, and the death toll from last week stood at 6, with over 700 cases. Over 2,000 people have been vaccinated. Mpox is caused by a virus from the same family as smallpox and manifests in a high fever and skin lesions. Now sports. Flying Eagles captain Daniel Bameyi has restated the team's desire to beat their next opponent, Morocco. Nigeria defeated Tunisia 1-0 in the first game at the ongoing 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Cairo on Thursday. Bameyi revealed the team's ambition ahead of a crucial fixture, saying they hope to win and go top of a group on their way to qualifying for the World Cup and winning the tournament. Morocco topped Group B on goal difference after edging past Kenya 3-2 in their opening fixture. The Flying Eagles are targeting a record extending 8th title in Egypt. And that's our news at 9. But just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration introduced the Lagos Economic Acceleration Program, LEAP, to reduce the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on small businesses? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In a bid to ensure quick dispensation of justice in Lagos, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has inaugurated 34 flats of 3 bedrooms for magistrates and senior legal officers' quarters in the Ministry of Justice at Alakbere, Ketu area of Lagos. As part of its continued efforts to drive digital transformation and modernize operations, the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS) has implemented the Electronic Currency Declaration Form (ECDF) at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, aiming to bolster border security and improve transparency in financial disclosures. We also told you that Sierra Leone has seen a new surge in mpox infections, recording over 1,000 cases and 9 deaths since the start of the year. And in sport, Flying Eagles captain Daniel Bameyi has reiterated the team's desire to beat their next opponent, Morocco, at the ongoing 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Egypt. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio 961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesuwa Ejoyoka. I am John Omoaka. Thank you very much for listening.